New footage just dropped and instantly lit the internet on fire, putting Ayesha Curry at the center of one of the wildest NBA-adjacent controversies we've seen in years. Because in this clip, she's getting way too cozy with a man who looks like Steph at first glance. But the moment you look closer, you realize that is not Stephen Curry, and that tiny detail has now exploded into a full-blown storm that nobody saw coming. Especially once fans started digging up an old 2017 clip from The Real Where Ayesha jokingly pretended to take off her wedding ring when a shirtless waiter walked on set. A moment everyone laughed at back then, but now, with this new footage in the mix, suddenly looks like a red flag people should have noticed, which is exactly why NBA Twitter, Instagram detectives, and drama channels wasted 0 seconds turning this into a viral circus, pushing the narrative harder than a playoff storyline, as if this was Game 7 with everything on the line. And here's the crazy part. This clip didn't randomly resurface. It was strategically thrown back into the algorithm without context, perfectly timed to go viral right when the Kais were enjoying peak spotlight, which is why social media split into two sides instantly. The critics going full Skip Bayless mode, calling Ayesha's behavior embarrassing, attention-seeking, and pick-me energy, while defenders argued everyone was overreacting, noting that even Stephen Curry himself was reportedly unbothered, seeing the humor in the moment and not reading into it the way the internet now is. But the deeper this drama gets, the more fans start questioning everything, digging into Ayesha's past comments on Red Table Talk, pulling old interviews, dissecting micro-expressions, analyzing every interaction like they're decoding FBI tapes. And suddenly the internet isn't just talking about one clip. They're debating Ayesha's entire public persona, forgetting she's not just Steph's wife, but a powerhouse chef, author, actress, entrepreneur, and co-founder of the Eat, Learn, Play Foundation that's fed thousands of families and changed lives across Oakland. And that's what makes this situation even crazier. How a harmless old joke, an out-of-context clip, and one blurry piece of new footage suddenly turned into a narrative-threatening firestorm that has everybody asking the same question. Is this real smoke, or just another controversy manufactured by the internet to rack up likes, views, and outrage? Because the deeper you go, the more you realize something bigger is going on here. And this story is far from over. Stephen and Ayesha have been relationship goals since literally their teenage years, meeting as kids in a Charlotte church youth group back in 2003 when she was just 14 and he was 15, later reconnecting in 2008 during a Los Angeles trip where their chemistry finally sparked, leading to their July 30th, 2011 wedding at the Valentine Resort and a dynasty built on family, success, and, for beautiful kids, Riley born in 2012, Ryan in 2015, Cannon in 2018, and little Kais arriving in 2024, constantly showcasing their love with anniversary tributes, vow renewals officiated by their own children, and top-tier family moments that made them the internet's favorite power couple, which is exactly why this resurfaced drama hit harder than anyone expected. Because fans who grew up seeing them as the blueprint for perfect marriage energy suddenly felt that the old ring removal joke contradicted everything the Kais had spent years representing. With the controversy heating up again in 2023, many people waited for Ayesha to address it publicly, drop a statement, or at least post something subtle to shut the noise down, especially after Reddit pushed a fake quote claiming she compared taking off her ring to Steph's iconic shimmy. Fake news with zero receipts. Yet she chose complete silence, giving major, unbothered queen vibes that suggested she wasn't about to validate out-of-context internet drama from a decade-old TV joke. Meanwhile, Stephen Curry himself delivered the real plot twist by pulling a slick, championship-level move on June 17, 2023, when he commented "my woman and my rooster" under one of Ayesha's wholesome posts with Riley, and NBA Twitter instantly decoded it as Steph clapping back, without clapping back, subtly shutting down the haters, publicly claiming his wife, and reminding everyone that one harmless joke from years ago wasn't about to shake a marriage built on 2 decades of history, loyalty, and growth. Making the internet realize this entire controversy might say more about how social media reacts than it does about Ayesha, their relationship, or the truth behind what actually happened. The internet tried their hardest to shake the Kais' elite power couple image, But even at the peak of the ring removal drama, Steven stayed completely unfazed, giving Major, "I know my value" energy. The kind that only comes from a man who's lived his entire adult life under a spotlight. And no social media manufactures chaos out of thin air. His calm made it clear he saw the situation for exactly what it was, an overreaction to a harmless, decade-old joke blown wildly out of context. While he and Ayesha kept flexing their unbreakable bond despite every attempt to twist the narrative. And right as Twitter tried to turn Father's Day 2023 into a war zone, Ayesha shut the noise down in the classiest way possible by posting the ultimate tribute. "Happy Father's Day, Chuch, we love you so much," praising him as her best friend and celebrating the joy of raising their 3 kids together, proving that while the internet was busy spiraling, their family was busy living. Their vibe didn't crack for a second, which is exactly how they've handled every rumor tossed their way over the years, including the infamous 2019 Red Table Talk moment, when Ayesha admitted she sometimes felt insecure because she didn't get the same male attention Steven gets as an NBA superstar. A vulnerable confession meant to help other women, but one the internet twisted into a marriage crisis. It got so bad she later said the episode was edited to make her look crazy, insisting her words were taken way out of context. Another perfect example of how the viral content machine works. And once you stack that history of old controversies, you can see why fans exploded when the ring removal clip resurfaced. The Curry marriage has always lived under a microscope, especially anything involving Ayesha, creating a pattern of scrutiny that fuels every tiny spark into a firestorm. Meanwhile, Steven and Ayesha kept revealing the real secret to their longevity: dating each other, dressing up, going out, keeping the spark alive, and prioritizing their relationship even before parenting. Values they shared openly while promoting their HBO Max game show about last night. Beyond their date nights, they've built an entire empire together, co-hosting shows, creating the Eat, Learn, Play Foundation, launching the Curry Family Women's Athletics Initiative, all grounded in their shared Pentecostal Christian faith, which Ayesha describes as the foundation of their entire marriage. But this isn't to say they haven't faced serious storms. In 2022, an Instagram model tried to drop a nuclear-level cheating allegation against Steven during Ayesha's pregnancy with Cannon, claiming she had all the receipts, private vacations and all, yet not a single DM, photo, or shred of proof ever appeared, even after weeks of attention. In the clout-hunting era, the absence of receipts says everything, and the story faded as fast as it came. More vague accusations came from models online, claiming that either LeBron or Steph was 10,000% cheating, without specifying which, again with zero evidence, which only highlighted how desperate people are to take down high-profile marriages. On top of that, Ayesha faced her own battles when Flutie Entertainment sued her for $10 million in 2020, claiming they built her entire brand during their 5-year contract and accusing her of cutting them out of profits once she blew up. Her legal team clapped back instantly, calling the claims baseless and nonsensical. And by July 2020, she challenged the entire contract by arguing Flutie wasn't even a licensed talent agency, accusing them of double-dipping and fraudulent practices. What makes it even spicier is that since 2020, not a single public update has surfaced. No ruling, no settlement announcement, nothing, suggesting either a private NDA-sealed resolution or a case that quietly died behind the scenes. Through cheating rumors, lawsuits, edited interviews, and every attempt at character assassination, the Kai's marriage didn't crumble. It strengthened, revealing a far deeper, more resilient partnership than social media ever gives them credit for, and proving that no matter how many times the internet tries to drag them, this couple keeps choosing each other every single time. Even after surviving cheating rumors, lawsuits, edited interviews, and internet chaos, the Kais still had to confront one more wildfire when social media suddenly exploded with claims that they weren't even exclusive, with late 2021 gossip accounts like Dumois posting anonymous tips insinuating a well-known NBA couple had secret side hookups and flings, and although no names were given, fans immediately assumed it was Steven and Ayesha because their image is so clean and so public that people love to poke holes in it. But Ayesha shut the entire rumor mill down in January 2022 with one sharp Instagram reply, "Don't believe everything you read. Don't disrespect my marriage like that." And surprisingly, the internet actually had her back for once, calling out the disrespect and reminding people to stay out of married folks' business. These controversies, cheating allegations, legal battles, open marriage rumors, create the perfect storm for why the ring removal clip wrecked the internet in 2023. The Curry marriage lives under an obsession-level microscope, especially anything involving Ayesha, turning every tiny moment into a headline. Yet despite everything, their relationship didn't just survive, it flourished. In September 2021, they celebrated their 10th anniversary with a dreamy vow renewal officiated by Riley, with Ryan and Cannon walking Ayesha down the aisle, giving the internet pure wholesome family energy. And in May 2024, they welcomed their fourth child, Ka-Chai, proudly announcing, "Our sweet baby boy made an early arrival. We're finally settling in at home as a family of 6, proving once again that while the world tries to dissect them, they're busy expanding their family and living their lives." And that's the real tea. The ring removal chaos and every rumor before it reveal just how brutal it is to maintain a marriage in the spotlight, where every second becomes a hot take, every gesture becomes a scandal, and every moment becomes content. But through it all, the Kais keep choosing each other. Thanks for sticking through this deep dive. If you want more breakdowns just like this, tap the videos on your screen because the drama never sleeps, and neither do we.